Baltimore, 1969. A city on the brink of transformation, where the old ways were being challenged and new ideas were taking root. A time of change, of unrest. The streets echoed with the voices of those demanding justice, equality, and a better future. But in the halls of Archbishop Keough High School, a constant source of light was Sister Catherine Cesnik. Her presence was a beacon of hope and stability amidst the chaos outside. Young, vibrant, she was more than just a teacher. She was a mentor, a friend, and a role model to her students. She was a confidant, a guide for the young women under her care. Her students loved her. They trusted her. They felt safe in her presence, knowing she genuinely cared for their well-being. Little did they know, a darkness was closing in, one that would forever stain the halls of their school, a shadow that would change their lives and the community forever. Sister Cathy, as they called her, taught English and drama. Her classes were a sanctuary where creativity and expression flourished. She had a way of making words come alive, of inspiring her students to reach for their dreams. Her passion for literature and the arts was infectious, igniting a spark in each student. But beyond the classroom, she offered something more, an ear to listen, a shoulder to cry on. She was there for her students in their moments of need, providing comfort and guidance. In a time when young women often felt unheard, Sister Cathy made them feel seen. She empowered them to find their voices, to stand up for themselves, and to believe in their potential. Her impact was profound, leaving an indelible mark on their hearts and minds. November 7th, 1969, a Friday. Sister Cathy had a simple errand to run, pick up a gift for her sister's engagement. She left her apartment, promising her roommate she wouldn't be long. But hours passed and the young nun didn't return. Concern turned to worry, then to fear. Where was Sister Cathy? The police were called. A search was launched. Her car was found abandoned, parked oddly on a street corner. Inside, her purse, her keys, everything but Sister Cathy. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The mystery deepened. Had she run away, been abducted? The questions haunted her students, her friends, her family. January 3rd, 1970. The new year brought no solace, only more heartache. A hunter making his way through a remote area outside Baltimore stumbled upon a sight that sent chills down his spine. A body, a woman's body. It was Sister Cathy. Her life, so full of promise, cut brutally short. An autopsy revealed the horrific truth: blunt force trauma to the head. Murder. The news spread like wildfire through the community, leaving a trail of grief and disbelief in its wake. Who could have done this and why? As the initial shock subsided, a more troubling question arose. Could Sister Cathy's murder be connected to something happening within the very walls of Archbishop Keough High School? Whispers started circulating, whispers of a more sinister nature, whispers of abuse. Students started coming forward, hesitantly at first, with stories that chilled the bone. Stories of a trusted figure, the school chaplain, Father Joseph Maskell. They spoke of inappropriate behavior, of unwanted advances, of unspeakable acts. Had Sister Cathy stumbled upon something she shouldn't have? Had she tried to protect her girls? Two former students, Teresa Lancaster and Jean Vayner, found the courage to break their silence. They had been carrying the weight of their traumatic experiences for years, and it took immense strength to finally come forward. They came forward with their stories, sharing the horrors they had endured at the hands of Father Maskell. Their voices, once silenced by fear and shame, now echoed with the pain and suffering they had long kept hidden. Their accounts were chilling, detailed, and eerily similar. Each testimony added a piece to the dark puzzle, revealing a pattern of abuse that spanned years. They painted a picture of a predator hiding in plain sight, using his position of power to abuse vulnerable young women. Their bravery was remarkable. They stood up against a man who had manipulated and controlled them, showing incredible resilience. They risked their reputations, their families, their own peace of mind to expose the truth. The decision to speak out was not taken lightly. It was a testament to their strength and determination to seek justice. They spoke of a culture of fear and intimidation, of threats and coercion. The environment they described was one where silence was enforced through terror, and breaking that silence was an act of defiance. They believed that Sister Cathy had known about the abuse, had tried to stop it. Her efforts to protect the students may have put her in grave danger, and they believed that her murder was no coincidence. The timing and circumstances of her death suggested a sinister connection to the secrets she was trying to uncover. Father Maskell, the name hung heavy in the air. Could this man, this supposed man of God, be responsible not only for the abuse of countless young women, but also for the murder of Sister Cathy? The allegations against him were shocking, but were they enough to connect him to her death? The police investigated. They questioned Maskell, who vehemently denied any wrongdoing. He denied the abuse. He denied any involvement in Sister Cathy's murder. But for many, the doubt lingered. The timing was too coincidental, the whispers too persistent. Could it be that the answer to this mystery lay with the very man entrusted with the spiritual well-being of these young women? Jean Weiner, one of the brave survivors who had come forward, shared a particularly chilling detail. She claimed that shortly after Sister Cathy's disappearance, Father Maskell had taken her to a remote area. He had shown her something that made her blood run cold, a body, a woman's body, decomposing. Maskell, she said, had implied that it was Sister Cathy. Was this a twisted confession, an attempt to intimidate her into silence, or was it something else entirely? Whatever his motive, the image haunted Weiner, a chilling reminder of the darkness that had touched her life. Years turned into decades, the case went cold, leads dried up. The trail seemed to have gone ice cold. But then, a glimmer of hope. Advances in DNA technology offered a new avenue of investigation. In 2017, authorities made the decision to exhume Father Maskell's body. Could his DNA be linked to the crime scene? Could this finally be the break they needed? But fate, it seemed, had other plans. The DNA tests proved inconclusive, another dead end, another hope dashed. Shining a light on darkness. The story of Sister Cathy might have faded into obscurity, another unsolved case in a city full of them. But then, in 2017, Netflix released a documentary series that sent shockwaves around the world, The Keepers. The series, a gripping exploration of Sister Cathy's murder and the allegations of abuse at Archbishop Kyo, captivated viewers. It brought the case to a whole new audience, sparking outrage and igniting fresh calls for justice. More importantly, it gave a voice to the survivors, allowing them to tell their stories on their own terms. Despite renewed attention, the murder of Sister Catherine Cesnik remains unsolved. Father Maskell, who died in 2001, was never charged in connection with her death or with any of the abuse allegations against him. The lack of answers continues to haunt those who knew and loved Sister Cathy, as well as the countless lives forever changed by the events at Archbishop Kyo. Did Father Maskell silence Sister Cathy to protect himself? Were others involved in her death? Or was this a case of mistaken identity, a tragic case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time? The questions linger, a painful reminder of a life cut short and a truth that remains elusive. The story of Sister Catherine Cesnik is a tragedy, a story of innocence lost, and a system that failed to protect the vulnerable. Her life was taken too soon, and the pain of her loss still echoes through the hearts of those who knew her. But it is also a story of resilience, of courage, and of the enduring power of hope. Despite the overwhelming odds, her friends, family, and former students have not given up. They have turned their grief into a powerful force for change. It is a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable darkness, the human spirit can endure. The light of hope can pierce through the deepest shadows, offering a beacon of strength and determination. The quest for justice for Sister Cathy continues. Her story has inspired a movement, a collective effort to seek the truth and hold those responsible accountable. Her students, now grown women, have vowed to never give up fighting for the truth. They gather regularly, sharing memories and stories, keeping her spirit alive in their hearts. They keep her memory alive, sharing her story and demanding accountability. They believe that by keeping her story in the public eye, they can prevent such tragedies from happening to others. They know that true justice may never come, but they refuse to let her be forgotten. The empty chair at their gathering symbolizes the void left by her absence, a constant reminder of their mission. Their fight is a testament to the enduring power of hope, a hope that one day the truth will be revealed and Sister Cathy will finally find peace. They stand united, driven by a shared belief that justice, though delayed, is not denied.